Today we'll be looking at the top 10 books we'd recommend every engineer have on their radar. Regardless of what engineering discipline you practice or how senior you are, all these books should prove useful and interesting if you work in the engineering profession. For more engineering content and career advice, subscribe down below, like this video and hit the notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. In no particular order, the first book on our list is The Design of Everyday Things by Donald Norman. This book is predominantly about product design. It was written many years ago, yet still holds just as much importance today. It explains why things are designed the way they are and how to make products that are useful. It shows how purely aesthetic design can sometimes ruin how products work, and emphasizes the importance of user experience and functionality. The second book on our list is The Goal, A Process of Ongoing Improvement by Eliyahu Goldratt. Although this book has a manufacturing focus, it will have any engineer thinking about efficiency and design. The main character is Alex Rogo, who manages a production plant where schedules are a problem, and he is tasked with turning the operations around in only 90 days. This story has even been made into a graphic novel format, meaning those of you less fond of large bodies of text can delve into something more visually stimulating. Next on our list is The Existential Pleasures of Engineering by Samuel C. Florman. This book looks at how engineers view their profession and the creative and practical philosophy of engineering. Engineering is often perceived as cold and void of passion, but this book shows the deep and rich rewards of the profession, celebrating the fact that engineering is almost a primal instinct and that engineers build things with humanity in mind. Another book you should check out is Skunk Works, a personal memoir of my years at Lockheed by Ben Rich. The Skunk Works is Lockheed Martin's famous group that works on some of the most pioneering technology in aircraft, often veiled in secrecy. Ben Rich was the boss of the Skunk Works for nearly 2 decades, and his book recounts the brilliant stories of the group. Next up is Why Buildings Fall Down by Mario Salvadori and Matthias Levi. The focus of this book is on structural engineering and specifically the various reasons buildings have failed. Each chapter takes on a different theme and analyses case studies of failure and success. But the underlying theme of the book is the emphasis on the necessity to learn from past mistakes, so as not to repeat them, making it essential for all engineers no matter the discipline. Engineering and the Mind's Eye by Eugene Ferguson is another book to look out for. This book highlights that good engineering is not only about computation and equations, but also non-verbal and intuitive thinking. Ferguson's book argues engineering education that ignores these elements will produce engineers that are not fit to tackle real-world problems. He emphasises the need for using real-world experience and practical thinking along with the ability to be creative and to portray solutions clearly. Next on our list is Built, The Hidden Stories Behind Our Structures by Roma Agrawal. This book sheds light on just how much engineering impacts everything we come across in our daily lives. Built is a breezy and digestible read that intertwines science, history, illustrations and personal stories to explore how engineering has developed from the mud huts of our ancestors to skyscrapers of steel that tower over our cities. Written by one of the brains behind The Shard, this book explores several great engineering challenges across 8 chapters. The Perfectionists: How Precision Engineers Created the Modern World by Simon Winchester. Delving into the importance of precision and perfectionism in engineering, this book walks the reader through key moments throughout history where precision has led to greatness. Starting at the industrial age when modern production was a new phenomenon and travelling to the modern day, this book introduces us to their engineering minds and intricate methods that have changed the world throughout history. The next book on our list is The Art of Doing Science and Engineering: Learning to Learn by Richard Hamming. Written by a leading computational scientist whose work inspired a generation of engineers, scientists and researchers, this book delves into a particular mindset and thought process that breeds great ideas. Hamming explores his successes and his failures and encourages fellow scientists and engineers to do amazing things by changing the way they think. This book is an insightful read that is filled with inspiration and motivation to adapt your thought processes and progress your career. The content and style of this book lends itself to the more seasoned engineer, covering many technical aspects of the industry. The final recommendation on our list is The Effective Engineer: How to Leverage Your Efforts in Software Engineering to Make a Disproportionate and Meaningful Impact by Edmund Lau. This book discusses techniques that can make junior and senior software engineers more effective and successful. As the title would suggest, the focus falls on software engineers, but many of the principles outlined in this book can be applied to other engineering disciplines, professions, and life in general. Particularly helpful to those new to the world of software engineering, this book shares a collection of stories from Instagram, Quora, Google Docs, Facebook, and more. Lau takes these stories and turns them into actionable habits and lessons that the reader can take forward in their career. Hopefully, at least one of these books we mentioned today will have piqued your interest and encouraged you to enrich your engineering experience. Have you read any of these books? Let us know in the comments what you thought of them or if you have any recommendations of your own. For more engineering content and career advice, subscribe down below, like this video, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time we upload. And if you've been inspired to take the next step in your engineering career, you can view all our open vacancies or register your CV with us today at nesfircroft.com. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.